Now, getting to the other publishers, Dark Horse has a really neat one coming out. If you're a fan of Black Hammer, which has been really, really popular and was our book club book a couple months ago, they're doing a book called Sherlock Frankenstein, where it's the daughter of the Black Hammer who has been missing throughout the story of Black Hammer. And she's trying to find her dad, and in so doing, she's learning the secret origins of some of his greatest foes. And this first one is about Sherlock Frankenstein. Image Comics has a bunch of neat number ones coming. There's Family Trade number one. This is by Justin Jordan, who I believe lives out in Mechanicsburg way, so kind of local. But basically, it's steampunk, alchemy, and adventure meet the ocean. So it should be a big story. Sounds fun. Maestro number one is a neat one, where the banished son of a royal family has to come back after the entire royal family has been murdered. And he has to come back to take over this country that has basically shunned him. So this should be an interesting one. And then there's a Tomahawk number 0, which is Donny Cates, who's red hot right now. He's taking over Doctor Strange, but he's done books like Redneck and God Country. And this is a collection of a story that was serialized in Heavy Metal magazine. And they're collecting it, and then it's going to lead into its own series. So this one, some earlier work from somebody who got really, really hot. So it's always fun to see what they did before. There's God Complex. This is by Paul Jenkins, who's really had a resurgence lately. And it's a futuristic story in like a futuristic type city where 3 church acolytes are murdered, and they have to work, futuristic stuff in with old style religion. Hack Slash returns in a resurrection storyline. Slots number 1 is about a former boxer who is down on his luck, and he's kind of on his way out, and he's not going down without swinging. So, and then there's Warframe, which is based on a video game. I'm not a big video game guy, so most of these go right over my head, but I was told this one's going to be big. IDW is starting off their Black Crown line. This is Shelley Bond used to be an editor at one of the top people at Vertigo, and when DC moved to California, she chose not to go along, and she is now starting up her own imprint over at IDW, and it's called Black Crown, and the first book is coming out of that. It's Kid Lobotomy with Peter Milligan, who is a big staple on the Vertigo. He's done a ton of stuff at Vertigo, lots of Hellblazer stories, lots of stuff there. He was also behind X-Force and Ecstatics, if you like that. But he's doing the first book, Kid Lobotomy, which is a dark, demented satire that follows a dysfunctional family of hoteliers, basically people who run hotels. And they also have a quarterly coming, which is an anthology book that's going to be coming out quarterly. There's a Goosebumps comic coming, which is fun because we get a lot of questions about that. Lots of kids like that, and it's an easy way to get them to read. It's something where they've read the books. Well, now here's a comic, of course, shipping in October. They planned well. Ghostbusters Answer the Call is the first series featuring just the women from the last Ghostbusters movie. And then Star Trek Discovery is a new series spinning out of the brand new TV show, if you've had a chance to see it. So this is going to be those characters. Some other books that are coming from some of the other publishers. Archie's is coming from Archie Comics, and that's the story of Archie's band. And it's going to, the hijinks and wackiness that it comes with playing concerts. Eugenic number 1 is coming from Boom. James Tinian has done several books now about kind of big plague type things. The first one, I think it was Cognetic, dealt with an internet meme that if you saw it, you would die in 3 days. So this is a new one along those lines. Boom is also doing a Rugrats comic. So if you watched it long ago and have a yearning in your heart for more Rugrats, you can get the comic. Dynamite has some stuff. We have Shadow and Batman. We just wrapped up the Batman Shadow that DC put out. And because Dynamite has the license for Shadow, they're getting to do their take on it. So they're doing, I think it's a 6-issue mini that should be hopefully just as good. And there's a Hack Slash versus Vampirella, another one that's very timely for October. Valiant has a couple new ones. They have Eternity number 1. This is written by Matt Kint. It's an expedition into the unknown. And then they also have a new Shadow Man book coming out where he's involved with a band whose name I could not pronounce, so I didn't bother writing it down.